Alright, what is up, guys? So I am doing a live stream. I'm sorry, guys. Technical difficulties has been my profession for a while now with this stuff, and I have no idea why, but it's getting really irritating. But anyways, I wanted to talk about the live cemetery ghost hunt from last night. Just, have some talk on the paranormal and stuff. So, yeah, I know some of you guys came in and probably left because I am trying to fix all this stuff. My audio wasn't working, and I have no idea why. So with that said, I'm just going to talk about last night, and yeah, I'll probably show some video of it. Last night was kind of hectic. We had a ton. I had a ton of equipment. I brought 3 dolls in one backpack, and it was just quite interesting, I must say. It was probably one of the hardest ghost hunts that I have done. I'm doing good, Clejoy. And with that said, I hope if we do that again, it's a little easier. I wasn't really, I guess, ready for it, I should say. Okay, I'm going to turn that down. Making sure everything's running good. But I wasn't really ready for anything there, and it kind of caught me by surprise. I was having difficulties trying to stream in certain places. I have no idea why, and I was trying to get that figured out for a while so you guys could see it, and it was kind of loud there too. I want to say that there was a lot of music being played somewhere down in the cemetery, so there was a lot of contamination. So when we listen back to these recordings that I have to listen to, Matt took 3 hours straight, maybe 4, excuse me guys, of recordings, and I only took spurts of it. So I have a lot of recordings to listen to, probably a lot of contamination, so it's gonna, really be hard to determine what's EVP and what's not. And in order to show the world what we have, we've got to produce and give the best evidence we can to the community. And so if there's certain things that just can be questionable, such as EVP, is it someone down in the distance yelling? Is it a dog? Stuff like that. And stranger says you need another person to record while you work. And it's tough to do that too, because I know everyone wants to be in on the action. I had a tripod. I figured that was going to be a little easier, but it kind of messed up a lot of, when you're streaming from your cell phone, you don't have the best quality, and that's just where we're at in the world with recording too and streaming. If we want to get into big streaming, we have to buy almost $1,000 worth of equipment just to stream and use 4G and all that. Hey Sarah, how are you doing? Hope you guys are all having a good day. But yeah, just to talk about a little bit of the tough stuff, such as going good, Danny. And I'm all about quality when it comes to like this kind of stuff here. And when I have technical difficulties, I get irritated really bad. And I was just having a lot of bad connection problems last night. I couldn't get through to a lot of spots, and it was really irritating for me. And afterwards, I did record a little bit from my big camera, so I will be reviewing that and possibly putting a video together, depending on if the content is, in my opinion, viewable. If I would watch it, then you guys would watch it. And so I'm going to review that, and I will be going through, like I said, through all the recordings we took. Yeah, the weather was a factor for sure. And I honestly, it started getting really cold towards the end of everything. And my hands were very, very, very slow to react when I was trying to pick things up and move or text and see what you guys were chatting. It was just kind of a mess. And this is a learning experience for me. I'm not gonna bring that much stuff to a cemetery again. Let's put it that way. If I'm gonna do a live stream, I'm not gonna be bringing my big camera. If I don't bring my live stream phone or anything like that, then I'm just going to record with my big camera and not have so much equipment. When it comes to cemeteries, though, on cemetery investigations, it's very tough to lock down a spot and investigate. And there's so many areas that you can investigate, and you might be missing a lot unless we had trail cams or something like that. Then I think, well, trail cams just only snap pictures if there's movement. But then again, that's the tough part. We don't have the capabilities to cover so much areas unless we all split up. And then even then, if we split up into groups, we're having people talk, and that cemetery has so much sound travel that it's ridiculous. You guys probably heard music, and sound bounces off those headstones like no other. And it's just crazy how much sound travels. And that's a bad part about it, because when I review these EVPs or possible EVPs, my recordings, it's going to be tough to determine, is this a disembodied voice or was this someone screaming? Because I know my recorder, for one, has very high quality settings to it. So I did that to catch better sounds. And Matt might have, I don't know how much his recorder was, it might have been a little cheaper, but it's has lower quality settings on his recorder, so some sounds will come through the recorder sounding a little different. So for instance, we might have someone say something in the distance, and it might be a man talking, but it comes out sounding like a woman, because the sampling rates and all that are different. So when it comes to recording and all that, you got to know your technical aspects of it, and understand that some sounds are just going to sound different. Some sounds are just going to be people talking in the distance. Some sounds are going to be us talking, but it sounds a little different for a moment. And that's what goes into EVP work, and that's why it's so essential in EVP work to be quiet. Don't move. Don't try to breathe so loud. Don't rustle, because that limits the possibility of hearing false positives. And I believe there's a ton of false positives in the community itself, and that will that just makes it harder to determine what's real and what's fake in the community. I mean, people fake things on purpose, that's one thing, but when it comes to hearing things that sound like EVPs, then it's probably not. I mean, it's hard to, and that's why I'm so amazed when I catch EVPs, if they are real. That's the thing. Is it because it's just amazing to hear? It's better than Ghost Box, in my opinion. But anyways, with all that out of the way, with all the technical aspects that were just causing problems, the weather, the cemetery, that was, yeah, stranger, that's very true. I'm gonna take a sip of water here. So I wanted to clear that up a little bit, because when it goes to cemetery ghost hunts, it's very hard to like I said, it's very hard to investigate. And one thing is that you guys will see me use ghost hunt and paranormal investigating interchangeably. I've read somewhere, and I don't remember where, but I like this idea of how they put it, is that a ghost hunt is basically going out and searching for spirits. And ghost hunt is basically going out looking for things that you don't know if it's haunted or not. You're hunting them. A paranormal investigation or paranormal investigating is going and searching claimed haunted spots that you aren't really hunting ghosts, but you're trying to investigate this now. Maybe there is ghosts there. You are somehow ghost hunting, but at the same time, it's more of an investigation. You're trying to see the history. You know the history of the place. Cemeteries, for example, there are a lot of just ghost hunts because you're hunting. You're not investigating. You don't know what you're investigating. You're looking. So that's my terms on that. Stranger says you didn't stick to spot either. You kept, yeah, and that, it was hard too because I think a lot of us were going off what we felt, and then we started hearing music towards one side of the cemetery very loud, and then it seemed like as soon as we went away from it, it just traveled even more. So that was tough. I never went on a cemetery ghost hunt on a Saturday night. Friday night I would never do. Saturday nights I probably won't do again, just due to the fact that there's so many people out, and there were so many people coming through the cemetery in the beginning too, and it was just a mess with that. So I think Saturday nights, I'm gonna have to say, do not. I recommend, and it's it's hard because there's work and there's stuff like that, but I recommend not ghost hunting or paranormal investigating on a Saturday or Friday night, unless you absolutely have to. Okay, but that's just my recommendation. I'm probably gonna have to investigate on a Saturday or Friday night when I go to this hotel we're planning to go to. This hotel room, I should say. So again, cemeteries are very tough to investigate. It's just hard, and I'm not saying it's not haunted, but you have so much factors that go into play. So anyways, guys, I want to go over a little bit of the experiences that we may have had, that we may have not have caught. I want to point out that it sounded like there was a lot of walking around, and it's hard to determine where the sound was coming from because, again, sound travels, and we got to get into the scientific aspect of how sound travels and stuff like that. So sound does travel. I mean, there's noise bouncing off the headstones, and especially by the crypt area, the noise was just bouncing off the walls in there because it's it's not inside anything. It's just an open structure that you can walk in. And we didn't really investigate the whole cemetery. We were only sticking to a few certain spots. We'd walk back and forth depending on what we felt or what they felt and our experiences from the past. We tried starting in the spot that I got red pot activity, and where that rabbit was the last time. If any of you guys watched the last one before this one that I did last night, and I couldn't get any signal there, so we had to move. That's when we went to the crypt. Almost didn't have any service there for you guys to see. It was, honestly, guys, I was about to say, all right, I'm not streaming because I want to pay attention to this more than what you guys have to see. I mean, that sounds terrible, but I'm out there to do work. So when it comes to this kind of stuff, I'm trying to have you guys enjoy it. I want people to see and witness it as we witness it. But I can't be too hard on it because, I mean, it was a good experience. You guys got to see a raw and uncut kind of way of how things go, how boring it may be. Some people might have got bored, left. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to the chat very much because I was trying to pay attention to what we were doing. Sorry. And it was very hard to, again, see what you guys were saying. But like I said, I was trying to pay attention to what I was doing. I was about to just cut the stream off automatically, but it started going, and Yeah, and that's what I did. Once my battery was getting low, I took on to my second camera and I wanted to just record and go from there. So we were there for I think maybe another hour, maybe two. So I don't know if I have enough footage to really show you guys. It's worth it. But again, I will be reviewing the recorders. I have Matt's recorder and mine. I'll put it on the computer here and record it. Or not record it, but listen to it. And then, excuse me. But then, yeah, again, there was so much walking that we heard. It was hard to determine. We were hearing voices and stuff like that. And I'm actually going to play you guys a EVP that I might have caught off camera. And I got to get up real quick and get it. This is one of the other experiences that I heard. One thing with EVP too, I'm going to show you guys a recording that I actually caught from what sounded like a woman nearby. I heard it with my own ears. Matt and Crow did not hear this during the time, but I played it back instantly because it was only a couple seconds I was recording and I caught it. But it sounded like a woman moaning or something. I asked if they heard it, they didn't. So one thing to note is EVP, electronic voice phenomenon, stands for basically voices you're catching on your electronic device. Most of the time you can't hear with your own ears. If you hear it with your ears, it's a disembodied voice that you're hearing. It's not an EVP. So I heard this with my own ears, and I want you guys just to take a listen to it. This is another experience I had last night. So let's find it. I gotta find it first. I don't remember which. Well, this one. Hold on. Okay, I think that was just. Let me take it. I'm gonna take a look at it real quick and see where it's at. Is there anybody here with us right now? This red pod go. And again, this is when I wasn't on camera or streaming. Alright, guys. Okay, here it is. So this. Okay, so this EVP, it's not an EVP. I don't consider it EVP. It's a disembodied voice that I heard with my own ears. If someone doesn't hear it, is it EVP? Yeah, I guess it could be. But I heard it with my own ears. They didn't. I asked them right before I had them listen to it if they heard it. They said no. But here, I'll let you guys listen to it. This is another experience I had. Again, and I'm going to say this again, that sound travels, so I don't know. Hey, little, how are you doing? So take a listen here. I'd say by it was like, oh, but I heard it with my own ears, and that was another experience I had. With that said, me and Crow heard something while you guys were watching the Ghost Box session at the sidewalk with the big speaker. Here, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Let's see. Alright, you guys are going to go to the Matrix here for a second. Let's see if we can find it real quick. So yeah, around this point, let me find it exactly. Let's see if I can find it. Okay. So right here, I'm trying to talk to Matt about a voice that I heard, and it was while he was getting his dolls out that he claims are haunted. And I actually have those dolls right now at my place. I might be doing a live stream with them later today. But around this point, we heard what sounded like a little kid, and I was trying to listen to it, see if you guys could hear what I was talking about right then, but I couldn't really hear myself. Again, the stream was just the quality was so bad. It was like 240p or something like that. So the sound gets cut out too with the quality. Again, it's cemetery ghost sounds. Let's just put it that way. But anyways, I was telling them that I heard a little girl go hi, and just the girlish voice, and I thought Matt had a talking doll. When he pulled him out, I'm like, "You have a talking doll?" Because it sounded like one of those hi, like from a talking doll. So, alright guys, sorry about that. So let me try to find it here.
You two are messing with me, right? Huh? What? As I heard what you heard.
Alright guys, sorry about that.
Oh shit, actually nothing ever happened.
I think this is it right here. This is when he starts pulling out.
Alright, well, so this one's going to be a little louder than...
I give all respect
I'm actually
to
getting my
these
ghost box ready
spiritually haunted
at this
dolls,
moment, and he's over there pulling out his dolls right now.
Is there
As I go back, I hear...
Alright.
Northeast 7. Receipt. Okay.
Now you hear me talk.
Should the cut? Well, she went.
I thought it was one of you guys.
Kroger. That's what we're talking about.
You forget it. Today.
Bearing point. Service. Pretty good.
Alright guys, sorry about that.
You two are messing with me, right? Huh?
What?
As I heard what you heard earlier.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out where.
What, don't step on that cup. Yeah, it said hi.
Did it?
Yeah, I thought it was you.
Hi. Literally.
It sounded like you had a talking doll. It's like, hi.
I heard it from right here.
So actually,
This is Matt's haunted dolls right here.
So, yeah, that's what we experienced there. It was weird. I think that was like the clearest EVP that I mean, not EVP, disembodied voice that I've ever heard. I've not heard very many disembodied voices, but it was definitely a girl that was like hi, and as soon as he pulled out the dolls is when I heard it, but Matt didn't hear it at all. So I don't know if it was one of the spirits from the dolls that, you know, I did bring them out there to see if it would spur up some activity. Maybe they'll come out, maybe they'll spur up the other spirits, just as a test to see what would happen. And that's when we got the high, and it was just the weirdest thing. That was another experience I had. I think that was the best experience I had that night, and it could have just been something else, honestly. Again, when you don't have walls around you and you have contamination all over the place, it's hard to say what it was. So anyways, guys, I'm going to show you those dolls that I got right now. It's a Raggedy Ann right here, and then this one, I forget his. What is this? You guys know? Off the top of your head. Anyways, these are claimed to be haunted by Matt, and I'm gonna I keep them for I don't know how long, however long that I can, I guess. See if any activity happens. He says he's had activity with these things around, with things coming unplugged and stuff like that. Things kind of going up and being in different spots that they weren't the first time, and yeah. So I will probably do spirit box sessions, EMF sessions with these guys. Maybe even taunt them. Sorry, Matt. Hey, babe. Thank you for the support. I appreciate that. So, guys, yeah, we had just a bunch of experiments going on last night. It was hectic. So, yeah, Danny, I got more dolls here. I'm sorry, but I'm just attached to I'm not trying to have a pun there, but I'm attached to the attachment of spirits to objects. So I've got to investigate and see what's there, if it's real or not. Again, I've got to review my voice recordings, see what we got on there. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of do this to have a paranormal talk. Maybe if you guys have questions right now, or maybe even some recommendations on what I should do, because I feel like I know a lot, but at the same time I still take a lot of advice from people, and I want to hear the advice you guys may have for me, or recommendations. And we're hoping that it's going to be a little easier next time that I go to, which we've been talking about. Yeah, we have a part 2 that possibly will come out, babe, on my camera, because I did record on my camera after I ended the stream last night. So we'll see how good it is. And yeah, but yeah, guys, do you have any questions or some recommendations for our next place? We're going to Matt and I are talking about going to it's called the Wyndham Hotel in Prescott, Arizona. It's supposed to be haunted by a woman who had died in the room, and her cat. Supposedly they starved to death in that room, and people leave gifts in that room for them, cat toys, I think. And I guess it's haunted by a cat and her owner. Yeah, I'm sorry, Angela. I don't know what's going on with that. I honestly don't know. But yeah, we'll look forward to that, because it's going to be a little easier being in a hotel room. We'll be able to cover a lot more in a hotel room, and the stream will be a lot clearer because we'll have Wi-Fi. We'll have my computer that I'm streaming on, or even my phone. For you guys to see, I'll just have the camera up in a corner while we do our thing. So that's figured out for the most part. Thanks, Angela. I appreciate that. Yeah, Angela, I was telling everybody that was kind of hectic for the most part, because I was trying to get you guys to watch it. I was so concerned about not having you guys watch it. So I was hitting a lot of dead spots, and it was very irritating inside for me to go through that. I felt a lot of pressure because there was a lot of people who wanted to watch it, so I was like, oh no, this isn't gonna work. And I never had problems streaming there before, so it could have just been the weather, or I like to explain myself as being kind of a skeptic when it comes into these things. I'm a believer, but I want to investigate in a skeptic way. if sound travels and I catch something on recorder, I'm going to be very skeptical about it. How was Matt and the other guy? How does it feel last night? Do you mean how are they feeling? Sarah asked, what's the best paranormal experience you ever had? I think when I was in Missouri, I used to live in Missouri, I went to this old ranch place. I've told this story maybe on here before. I don't remember. I've told so many people this story because it's my best experience. It was basically the best night I've ever had. And unfortunately, I lost my... Oh, I lost it. I lost my... Because this was years ago. Dang it. I hate talking about it because I could show you guys instantly. But there was a camera set upstairs in this room. We were all downstairs, huddled in the couch areas, and we were just talking to the thin air, basically, telling the spirits to slam a door, slam a window. At least one of the sensitives said that. And about 20-30 seconds later, we hear, and the camera wasn't on the door, but it was in the room where the camera was, because you heard it to the side. You heard the door open and then just slam. Like, on the camera you could hear it, and if I had that tape right now, it would be up there. I promise you. And I don't know where it went. I got rid of it somehow. And that same night, we had well, actually the next day, or next investigation, not next day, we heard old boots, like loud boots, just walking up the stairs. I go to look because it sounded like they were coming around the corner and there was no one there. I think that was the best experience I've ever had. Just hearing and things move that should not be moving is like up there. It's one of the top things you want to ever experience. And you know, the best thing that we try to capture is the full body apparitions, which is very hard to do. So I think hearing things move, that's up there for me. But yeah, Cemetery Ghost Town, it was crazy. Crazy in a sense that it was just very it didn't feel organized for me. It was just, we were trying to go on our feelings, and there was a lot of sound. That's all I can say about that night. Do you guys have any questions about the cemetery itself, or... That's okay, Kim. I don't know why it's not sending out the notification. Make sure you guys hit that bell next to my subscribe button if it's there. I don't know. I can't see it because I can't subscribe to myself. If I would, I would. Or if I could, I would. So I think that's the problem right now. I don't think a lot of people got the notification, so they're not in here. But it's okay. I will be probably doing a live stream later today. How long have I been streaming? 33 minutes. It's not bad. But anyways, guys, let's go back to let me just go back to the video here. Let's see. I'm just gonna scroll, and babe, your comments up there. So let's just scroll here, see what, if anything, comes to mind. Yeah, so you guys see my backpack here. I had literally everything in here. I had 3 dolls, ended up being 5 dolls later on after the night, and quite a bit of equipment, batteries and everything in these pockets. Lights, just a bunch of stuff. And yeah, that was just tough. It was tough to keep everything in that bag. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I want you guys to see the uncut live, how things really go. This could have gone a lot better, in my opinion. But it was just, again, the sounds were everywhere. We couldn't get to a point where it was just quiet. So I'm just scrolling to see. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. At the crypt area, I'll go back to the beginning. I'll show you guys because it was actually in the stream. Well, it wasn't on the stream itself, but okay. Let it load there. So right over here, maybe it's the one behind me. We were getting, yeah, I'll tell you guys what I was carrying in just a moment. Over here, we were getting K2 hits off stream. I'm probably ruining it for you guys, but I want to tell you guys my experiences, and you guys can see the video for yourselves after. But I was getting K2 hits just around the indentation of the marker here on this one. I think it was where my arrow is. Just K2 hits. It was going red. I asked Matt, because he used to work at cemeteries, I'm like, is there anything behind these things that would make these go off? He said no. I went to this one. It went off a little bit, only on the markers. It wouldn't go off on the walls or anything. It wouldn't go off up here, over here. I went all the way over here. Would not go off, but I was getting K2 hits right here. It went all the way red. And that was kind of interesting because I was asking him, can bronze, he said this stuff's made out of bronze, can bronze make an EMF meter go off? Don't think so. There is an outlet down here. I think it's over here somewhere though. But you can't, there's nothing coming out of it, like there's no electricity coming through it. I wasn't getting any hits. So, what was I saying before that? I don't remember. But that was interesting. I was getting K2 hits like that. Okay, so let me tell you guys what I was carrying. Let me just get out of this screen for a moment. I was basically carrying a tripod, a big tripod with my big video camera on it, with a light sticking out of it, a microphone on top, and to the other side of the camera was my cell phone with the live stream going on it. So the tripod was heavy, just carrying with one arm. I was carrying other equipment in my other arms while we were moving, because again my bag was full and I didn't want to put everything in the bag and pull it back out. So that's my fault on my side. I didn't think it was going to be that bad of a or that hard of an investigation, but I told Matt later on, I'm like, this is the hardest ghost hunt I've ever went on. But I think I will show that K2 hit because I think I did get it in frame for you guys when I get the videos together. But yeah, I was carrying a ton of stuff, guys. It was ridiculous. And I'm never going to do that again. Not at a cemetery. What else, guys? What else can we talk about here? You guys have anything to say about the night? What you thought about the night? Angela, if you're still here, maybe tell me what you felt through the night. Okay. I just want to point out something. Matt just sent me a video or a picture here. I don't know if you guys can see it. But it looks like, let me try to get it in frame here, with my Sony phone. But anyways, trying not to make it bright, but he thinks he caught something here, and I'm gonna tell him on stream right here what I think. You guys can kind of see some legs at the bottom there, and then kind of arm up to the side. But I think it's the flash off the wall, because you can see a string hanging off. Let me see if I can point. From this flash, it's hanging off going into the red pod. I don't know if this is a ghost. That's my opinion though on it. It does look kind of like someone standing there though. But we have two lights that are beaming off of the granite, and that's another tough thing about taking pictures around there. So well, hey Jewel, missed the live stream last night too. Angela says she felt very tensed, like you were all surrounded. And you know, I did feel some eyes on me, and I'm not one that go off of feelings very much, but if I have a feeling, I might navigate towards that. But I think the problem is when I navigate towards it, it kind of I lose my train of thought, and yeah, there was it looked like legs, but she says a young woman, very overprotective of you all, was protecting you all. Yeah, and I don't know if do you think that spirit may have been in the cemetery? Lots of shadow figures. We were seeing, I did see one shadow figure that seemed to, and Crow seen it at the same time. I was looking the same way he was, and we seen a black figure that was just standing, it looked like one of the trees, and just zipped. It was just a shadow. Don't know what it was. It couldn't have been a car because there's a building that was in front, and there's no way a shadow would have been casted that way. Jewel says, don't forget the cemetery. That cemetery does have demonic activity, Tyler. Yeah, there's... Angela says she's most fond of you. Why would she be most fond of me? If you do know. I've heard lots of voices through the spirit box. And you know, there was a point in time we did get what sounded like Zozo come through maybe twice. I don't know about Zozo. He's, I mean, rumored to be a demon, a real demon. Maybe you guys believe in him. I honestly don't believe in Zozo. There was a video out on YouTube that actually did a history of Zozo. And they didn't find much on it. So I'm not sure where they came up with this Zozo. But is he listed in demonology? I'll have to find a video to you guys. I think I think the guy that I actually watched a video on Zozo about, his name is Proving Demons on YouTube. And he actually did a little short documentary on Zozo. And it sounded very convincing of the history of that's not there. But I think evil could use Zozo as a gateway to tell me who they are. I feel like they were just trying to scare us off, though. That's my feeling. I don't know. I'm just going off what I believe. I can't prove any of what I'm saying right now. I could just blab on about it. But yeah, we got that twice. Yeah, it's Andrew I'm thinking of. But yeah, Zozo, I don't know. I don't know what to think of it. I'm not going to sit here and call out Zozo, or if I hear his name, I'm not going to really believe it. Just because I believe spirits might use that name to maybe scare you. But then they could use it to, maybe it is him. Maybe it's another demonic being mocking Zozo to tell us who he is. Hi, Kathleen. Thank you for that. But yeah, guys, what else do I have to talk about the cemetery? I'm trying to think before I get off, in case I missed anything. I don't want to tell too much about the second half because it will ruin it for the video if I do have a video to put together. But anyways, guys, if you weren't here earlier, I'll just have you guys listen to one EVP, well, disembodied voice that I heard at the time. I stopped the recording because I heard it. Here, I'll play it one more time for you guys. I think I played it right. It was a woman. It was a woman, and we get a lot of women voices. That's the second woman voice I've caught at this place. And it just sounds like they're moaning. There's no words. Kim asked when will I be on next. I'll probably be on later here today. I did get Matt's dolls, so we may do Spirit Box session, Red Pod session, and all that. See if we can get some activity from these dolls, from what he claims is haunted. I don't claim my dolls to be haunted yet. I claim that they're just being investigated. Yeah, I don't know why there's moaning always at the cemetery, but this is the second time I've caught that. I think right now what's going to happen is if you guys have any more questions, I'll answer them right now for you guys. I want to make sure you guys have your questions and concerns answered, and then I will answer them. Tyler, there was this black thing in the grass at the time Matt pulled his doll out, and you thought his doll was talking doll. Yeah, little, Yeah, about the. I thought he had a talking doll because I heard a voice that said "hi" in a little girl's voice, and Crow heard it too, and it wasn't his dolls. His dolls don't talk. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate that. But yeah, guys, if you guys are interested in the haunted doll stuff, I'm doing it to research the topic of spirit attachments. So if you guys have dolls or know people who have dolls who want to give them away, you can send them towards me so I can investigate, have it on stream for you guys. That way I can continue my work and documentation in blogs. I do have a website that I'm working on right now with blogs and stuff, so I'll give you guys the website. So I'm reading your guys' comments right now. That's why I'm looking down on my phone. I think it's just hard to do cemetery investigations. I solely go out there for EVP sessions, but when you have people singing karaoke or being drunk or something, I have no idea what's going on that night. Then it's kind of hard to investigate. I love doing EVP sessions. I mean, I like ghost box sessions, but I love EVP sessions. What you mean by that, Jewel? Oh. So I know there's a lot of more people that came in. I think there's a lot of people that came in that missed a lot, so you guys can go back and review it. I don't want to talk about it all again. Yeah, the music thing, that's why I'm saying again, I'm going to repeat it. I probably won't go to the cemetery again on a Saturday night. At least a cemetery. Or a Friday night. Just because, you know, that's when most people are out. I'm getting hungry. Yeah, Matsy, he's a big, from what I've met from him, he's a big provoker from you know, from talking to him and stuff, so, I don't know. Yeah, that's usually little I do go on weeknights, and that's because, my schedule, my schedule's my schedule's different bi-weekly, so I only have every other weekend off from my job. This weekend I'm off, apparently, and, so when I'm off, you know, the night before I'm off, I go out that night so I can stay out late night. But the reason we go to this cemetery is because it's a 24-hour cemetery. Online it states 24 hours open. So if cops come through, that's okay, Kathleen. She asked, she was wondering, when talking with a spirit, you know, do they tell you how old they are or how, you know, it's possible, you know, through EVPs in the past that I've apparently heard, people have gotten names, they've gotten ages, they've gotten one word of how they got killed. So yes. Kim says try to find an older one. In Arizona, it's hard to find older cemeteries, and that's because unless I go north or something, in Phoenix, it's all these new cemeteries are around. Babe says you can use a night vision cam. You might. In my big camera is a night vision cam, so it's on live streaming. I can't do it yet. I'm not, capable with the equipment to do it off my camera yet. Yeah, if you guys have questions like Kathleen, I'll give you my interpretation of what I think. And Joel, I might even do that one day. Who knows? I'm all about getting the evidence. If I get killed doing it, I get killed doing it. That brings up a point. So many people run away from the opportunity to present something great, even if it's going to maybe hurt you for a little bit. Yeah, Angela, if you she says, "Oh, Tyler." Yeah, Angela, just I do got a Facebook, so if you go to Truth and Life Paranormal, you can message me on there. I'll get back to you, and we'll talk about it. Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm chancing everything here, guys, with this. If I'm trying to find the evidence to present to you guys that there is something out there. So this is, I know I'm getting myself into some situations where I question myself if I should do it, but at the same time, I don't want to run away from it. I think there's so many opportunities out there to present something to the world, so people can take it more serious in the future. You know, that's what I want to see. I want to see scientific community take it more seriously. Hey Matt, how you doing? Okay, Kim. Well, if you guys want to, let me get my Facebook page up to you guys here real quick, so you guys can visit it. Message me if you want. Any questions you have, I'll get to you. You'll probably receive a message right away saying, sorry, I'm not here. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. You can email me at truthandlifetv.gmail.com. Just ignore that message. That's in case I'm like sleeping or something. So let's do this. So Matthew is actually Matt from the cemetery. He came with us, guys, so say hi to him. That's my Facebook if you guys want to take a look and message me. I'm always updating stuff on my Facebook. And I'll pull up my website that's actually in development right now. It's not completely done, but I'll be posting a lot of my findings and blogs on here for you guys to read. What the heck? It like cut out half my stuff. Probably because I didn't copy the whole thing. I don't know, I'm getting really irritated with all this technical difficulty stuff. And there's my my website that's under. Okay, so please correct me since I'm wrong. Only have one brain cell. Yes. That's very true, Angela. I didn't think about that. I wasn't really thinking about the ashes part. This page is unavailable. Did I do the right one? Here. What, for the Facebook? Or the website? Is it for the website or the Facebook? See, guys, this is what I'm talking about with the technical difficulties. Yeah, the FB. Did you guys get through on the FB? Did anyone else click on it? Let me click on it. Oh, that is weird. Let me try it again. That's weird, guys. But this is the technical difficulties I've been talking about having for this whole stream already. I'm not sure why it's doing that. If you guys want to, I'll tell you guys how to get to my Facebook page from here. If you click on my YouTube page at my banner, let me try it out first so that I don't tell you guys to do something and it doesn't work. Oh my god. This is technology, though. We're so advanced. So high tech that, you know, I think we need to get things figured out first. If pages are always broken and they're not supposed to be, then that's a problem. That's weird. What happened? Okay, let me do it this way. Maybe it's a YouTube thing then. I don't know. If you go to my channel, click on my channel, and if you see my banner at the top, you'll see a list of things where it says subscribe now. You got my Google Plus, my Instagram, Facebook, and PayPal. Just click on the Facebook tab and it should bring you right to it. Hopefully. There, Angela has it. It's just weird. I'm tired of this technical difficulty stuff, honestly. What else? Let me know if that works, guys. If that going to my channel and clicking on it works. Yeah, I personally, I mean, sometimes I'll wear a cross. I mean, I broke all my necklaces that had crosses on them because I'd wear them a lot. And they were cheap. I think for me though, you know, prayer is what I do. before. I don't say anything after. So I think we all have our ways of kind of doing it. Jewel. Yeah, Google Plus, I'm on every once in a while. Jewel's gonna kill me, I think. But that's okay. You can't kill me because I still gotta do this work. Or work I'm trying to continue. If I don't die. Alright, cool guys. I'm glad you guys found it. I don't know why the link's not working. It's like YouTube is not wanting us to redirect people right away from their website. She's gonna kill me. I'm a risk taker, guys. I'm risking it, I guess. You guys crack me up. I'm always having a laughing moment with you guys. Yeah, YouTube, I'm not trying to talk bad about them, but they just been having a lot of changes going on, and it's not always good changes either. So cemetery again. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Let me let's see here if we can review a little bit of this. Yeah, I just love the EVP sessions, but a lot of people don't really like them. It just takes a lot of work to just sit there and be quiet. I think the high was probably the highlight of my moment. At the cemetery. I think around here somewhere when we started doing the spirit box again, we heard Zozo again. What? Yeah, Angela, everyone does their different ways of doing things, so Kathleen says I'm allergic to tech difficulties. I hate technical difficulties. It's the most annoying thing, man. And that's a good point to say, because and that's why I don't focus too much on the belief side of it. I mean, I have my beliefs, of course, but what I'm focusing on is more of the evidence of something that's there. Is something there? Is there something moving items? Is there something trying to talk? Is it talking to us through EVP? Can I capture a full body apparition? Can I capture something on camera moving that's not supposed to be moving? Because if we could do that, we can change what we know about physics today. I don't know if I could find it. But yeah, Matt, I was telling everybody earlier, I'm not going to bring that much equipment again. Little ass Tyler, do you believe in the SLS device, or the SLS camera? I think it's an experimental tool, and I think it's odd that it will. Let me get myself back on camera here. I think it's odd that it will, well, dang. Kim says get a wagon. Yeah, it's the Kinect camera. Some of them call it the SLS camera. It's basically the Xbox Kinect, basically hooked up to a computer, basically, and it maps out figures that, if it's ghosts, it maps out. For some reason, the Kinect camera will sometimes pick up figures that aren't there. So some of them believe that it's the ghosts or spirits trying to make contact, which is a good theory. I want one. I want a Kinect camera. Are you talking about at the bell towers, Angela? Yeah, man, I was talking about that photo that you sent me. Um, I I don't know what to think of it because there's the flashes off the granite, which could have kind of casted some sort of what is it? What am I trying to think of? I think I'm hungry. I haven't ate anything. It's only 12:56 p.m. So it was the flashes coming off the granite or something. Babe says, have you tried to use the SB7? I haven't had it personally. I want to try it. I want to get one just for, I do now. I was saying in the past, a couple months ago, I don't want to get another ghost box, but I think now, my mind's changing on that. I want to try to just experiment with it. It's experimental too. So I want to try and yeah, because if you, yeah, Matt, sorry, I'm like reading and trying to explain my previous thought all at once. What was I saying? Oh, the SB7. I actually had someone that was going to send me one for free and they never got to it, so I don't know what happened. I was looking forward to having a free one, but that's okay. Yeah, Matt, it's hard to tell, but the way I look at it is I just seen the flashes off the, I mean, you see two flashes on the wall that kind of give off this misty apparition that looks like it's just reflection. Yeah, I probably do need to sleep more. I didn't really sleep. I had some nightmares last night, though. To tell you the truth. For some reason, when I go ghost hunting or paranormal investigating, I I have like nightmares the night of. I don't know if that's a way for spirits that are trying to get in my mind, but the nightmare I had, and I'm somewhat of a believer of nightmares being a way of spirits talking, but it's not proof of anything, so I don't rely on it very hard. It's just an experience that I just kind of just tell to you guys. I was having a nightmare. I was actually at a cemetery, and I had fallen into a grave. It was just, it wasn't like falling into a grave. It was it was kind of like a hill that I fell down, and I fell into someone's grave. Well, it wasn't open or anything, but I was having EVP sessions with this man, and we were just talking left and right, but he was in the ground. And we were just talking, and he sounded evil, man. We were just, I don't know what that meant, but that's all I was dreaming about last night, just having this conversation with this man in a grave. and then I kept waking up, and I'd go back to sleep, and just have this. It would just continue. It was weird. So I didn't get very good sleep. We were out till about 3 a.m. last night. I think we're all rambling on right now. It's alright, Matt. I was confused last night because there was a point in time where I heard Carl come through the spirit box, and I thought that was Crow's real name or something, because you had messed up in the typo in a text message that said Carl, and I think you meant to type Crow. So I think that's where I got confused. All right, take care, Sarah. So yeah, guys, if you don't have yeah, Angela, it's I feel like I know how to work it, but once you feel like you know how to work something goes bad when you need to use it the most. Like last night and today, my audio wasn't working, so I had to cut off my first stream I started. But anyways, guys, I think I'm going to end the stream here right now. It was a good talk. I kind of just wanted to talk about the cemetery ghost hunt last night, get some things out, clarification, and just let you guys know what I experienced, and have some paranormal talk. I think I'll have some of these paranormal talk sessions yeah, I actually watch Bob every once in a while. He's cool. Yeah, but I'm just gonna keep rambling on if I don't end it right now. So we'll have more of these paranormal talks, and I'm drained too, Matt. Okay, let's just get back to. We'll have more of these paranormal talks in the future, and I will probably have a stream tonight. I'll have this, well, probably in a few hours, actually. I'm going to do some errands real quick, and then make sure I'm ready for work tomorrow, and then, you know, do some investigating with Matt's dolls and mine, and do some spirit box sessions, red pod activities, see if we get that from anything, and see if the activity's amped up since last night. Alright, so anyways, guys, I'm going to go before I get stuck on your guys' comments. So thank you for stopping by. I'll be back here in just a little bit. So make sure that bell notification's on if you guys really want to watch my stream. YouTube's having a deal again, I think, with notifications not going through. So guys, I will keep you posted on Facebook and stuff if you guys want to follow me there. But yeah, just a couple hours from now. Did you buy my doll, Happy? I might buy him one just to see if he wants to eat it on the stream. Or she. Alright, guys. Alright, I'm going to go. See you.